Good morning, it's Friday, November 15, 2024. Mental health is real. Seek help, end the stigma. On the news this morning, Tony Okocha-led Rivers APC promotes inclusivity ahead of Rivers PDP stakeholders react to comment by FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. Rumuagolo residents narrate struggles following persistent flash floods. Federal government approves budget for 2025. On the foreign scene, U.S. President-elect Donald Trump delivers first speech since election night. Details of this and more after this break. In Rivers State has urged its members to conduct themselves orderly in the forthcoming ward, local government and state congresses. State Publicity Secretary of APC, Chibike Ikenga, while briefing after its stakeholders meeting in Port Harcourt, said the APC under the leadership of Tony Okocha is committed to inclusivity in the party. He also appealed to members to help ensure smooth and hitch-free congresses.
Today's meeting is stakeholders engagement in the build-up to our proposed Congress for the 16th of November, 23rd, that's 16th for the wards, 23rd for the local government, and 30th of November for the state congresses. So it's a preparatory meeting to educate our people, our leaders, our stakeholders, to ensuring that we have a hitch-free congresses. APC is rebranded, recalibrated, rejuvenated. We want a more inclusive party. We want to ensure that everyone come together. We work harmoniously in electing those who will manage the affairs of the party for the next 5 years.
Moving on, some Rivers PDP stakeholders are reacting to the statement by the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, accusing members of the party of trying to bring him down instead of trying to resolve its leadership crisis. Recall that the minister, who is the former Rivers State governor, made the comment during a media chat on Wednesday. Speaking in an interview with correspondent Obi Oruware, former spokesperson of the Rivers PDP Campaign Council, Ogbonna Nwuke, said the FCT minister's comment will not affect the reconciliatory moves by stakeholders of the party.
Well, the issue is not what Nwuke says or does not say. The issue is what the party wants to do. Consulting at this time, find a way out and make the peace within the PDP. We should not be in any way worried about what the Minister of FCT says or does not at this point. What is critical is the position of the party. Party leaders getting together after that election to see what they can do to salvage the PDP. Critical members of the party who, by their contributions to the party, have also emerged as strong stakeholders.
Mr. Nwuke also urged the FCT minister to watch how the internal crisis in the party will be resolved by those interested in the party's unity.
My only area of interest is that we concern the civil society, where he said that the governor has been giving money to civil society. Call human rights activists in this state were in block. If there is an invitation extended to the group by the governor, we will discuss it and we attend as a group to see the governor. He is the governor of the state. But that has never been done and we did not meet with the governor. If persons who claim to be human rights activists are meeting with the governor, that is up to Wike to name the people, but not it should not say civil society because that has never happened.
A former spokesman of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF, Anab Saraiwe, also spoke on this.
Well, we have said it over and over. The crisis in River State is all about the control of the River State resource. For he wanted SIM to be his third term, want to use him as a third term in office. He's not getting that. That's why we're having all the confusion in the state. So he wants to bring somebody whom he thinks that he can use for his third term. The president who he may bring may even worse than SIM, because SIM as a person have a lot of affection for him, a lot of respect for him, and it's all ready to fight him. But the next person he will bring that he's thinking it will be better than SIM, does he know how the person will react to him if he wants to control him?
On the spot, Niger Delta human rights activist Celestine Abubari urged the FCT minister to stop saying that the civil society organizations in River State have been pocketed by Governor Fubara.
My only area of interest is that we concern the civil society, where he said that the governor has been giving money to civil society. All human rights activists in this state were in block. If there is an invitation extended to the group by the governor, we will discuss it and we attend as a group to see the governor because he's the governor of the state. But that has never been done and we did not meet with the governor. If persons who claim to be human rights activists are meeting with the governor, that is up to Wike to name the people, but not it should not say civil society because that has never happened.
In the meantime, the President General of the Initiative for Transparent Strategy and Good Leadership, Chizi Enyi, has criticized FCT Minister Nyesom Wike over his plans to build houses for judges in the Federal Capital Territory. Speaking at a media briefing, Mr. Enyi said it's unfortunate for the minister to use what he called derogatory language that judges live among hoodlums. He also reminded the FCT minister that offering gifts to judges goes against professional conduct.
I want to ask, what is the name of the judges that do not have building? Who are they? Who told Wike that they don't have houses of their own? And who are the criminals living among the judges? So they should work uprightly, they should work honestly, and allow politics to be played by politicians, and not that judiciary should also be turned to be a place where politics are being played. It is obvious that the intention of FCT minister is to blackmail or make mockery of the Federal Capital Territory judges, who he now see as his newfound law. Hence, he have also decided to build houses for judges and give them car gifts, just like the same way he gives to River State judges.
Now, he also urged President Tinubu to be cautious with the FCT minister Nyesom Wike.
FCT minister Wike is really not doing good, even to President Tinubu. President Tinubu should ask Wike his relationship with all those who has helped him in life, starting from John Mbata, Chibigerutumi Amechi, Peter Odele, even the former President Jonathan. He should ask them their relationships as we speak, and whether or not he can also maintain the relationship after Tinubu will leave office or has left office as his term will expire. So Tinubu should know these things. He will still do the same thing he did to others, to Tinubu, after his term in office.
In another development, the Boot Party River State has called for a thorough investigation into the shooting that led to the death of Chairman Bennett during a protest that they described as illegal and unwarranted at the Ahoda East Local Government Secretariat on October 7, 2024. In a statement jointly signed by the party's chairman Abednego Oli Benjamin and Secretary Justice Amadi, the party expressed deep sorrow over the loss of Mr. Bennett, who succumbed to his injuries on November 13, 2024. Now, the statement condemned the violent act, urging authorities to swiftly identify and prosecute those responsible. The Boot Party further called for enhanced security measures to prevent similar occurrences and safeguard both public servants and citizens. The statement honored Mr. Bennett as a dedicated public servant and offered condolences to his family and the community. Away from that, the Ikuru royal family of Ikuru Town in Andoni local government area has warned those defaming the paramount ruler of Ikuru Town, King Aaron Miller Ikuru, former PDP National Chairman Uche Secondus, former Rivers Deputy Governor Tele Ikuru, and Dr. Clement Clement. A statement by the Acting Secretary Ikuru Royal House, Richard Ogolo, said the allegations are false and intended to pit the monarch and other members of the community against the public. He said the alleged embezzlement of 3 billion naira meant for the electrification of the community is false, as a king or the chiefs in council never collected such money. It also said that the allegation that King Aaron Ikuru, Uche Secondus, Tele Ikuru, and Mwawaji Clement are responsible for the disappearance of a core member Umar Farouk is not true. It frowned at the destruction of late King John Ikuru's statue and called for a police investigation. It called on the public to disregard any further publications from Mr. Amami Nopol, who is also claiming he is the secretary of Ikuru Town community and his sponsors, as he lacked capacity to speak on behalf of the community. Now elsewhere, some residents of Rumaholo Pipeline have spoken of the struggles they face following the persistent flash floods in the area. In an interview with our correspondent, they noted that the dilapidated Road 20 junction along the Rumaholo South Road is a major cause for concern as the area becomes impassable whenever it rains.
The gutter is blocked. The water cannot flow out. That very road 20 is bad. Once the drainage is being cleared, the flow of the road will stop. My backyard, there's flood there.
The road don't bad because the water need the flow. The water they always dey stagnant and they affect businesses. And some people, once rain they fall, they go they carry dirty dustbin when they carry there for their shop. They pour am for the gutter.
Our correspondent reports that residents within the area climb makeshift bridges to access their houses as many homes are submerged. Other residents of roads 16, 18 and 20 said they have been battling different health issues since 2017 due to the stagnant flood water in the area. They feared there could be a disease outbreak if the flood water is not channeled through a canal.
Last month, we have left that place to another place. It's my personal house, which I'm living with my family. Because of my children and my husband that is sick because of the water from last year, I will need to leave the place we have. We are really in trouble, sicknesses and other things. It's something that we cannot even explain.
As a mother, my pikin no well, I won't go hospital because of water. I no fit even put leg. This water, they really worry us bad.
I'm a resident of Road 16, Rumaholo, where we're experiencing this heavy flood since 2017. Sometimes you see reptiles, ants sucking blood. We'll now fetch water outside because we can't pop our borehole.
Most times we even they see snake.
The Rumaholo resident, however, called on the chairman of Obiakpo local government area, Chijoke Ihunwal, to urgently fix the drainage system in the area to tackle the flash floods.
We want the NDDC and the chairman of Obiakpo local government to come and help us.
We are calling on government to come for our aid.
Still to come, federal government approves budget for 2025. Stay with us. You're welcome back. Now, the Simplified movement in Eche local government area says there will be a crucial stakeholders meeting in the area today. Leader, Simplified Movement Eche chapter Ambrose Wuzi in a statement said the meeting will take place at the Brick Rock Hotel and Suites number 99/100 at the George Road, Port Harcourt by 3 p.m. prompt. Moving on, parents of children with diabetes will spend between 100,000 naira and 150,000 naira buying insulin and monitoring devices including glucometer and test strips. A pediatric endocrinologist, Tamano Priye Jaja, made this known in an interview with correspondent Martha Okiri as the world marks Diabetes Day on Thursday.
There are different types of diabetes in children, but the commonest is type 1. Type 1, that means the child is not producing insulin, which is needed to manage the sugar or the glucose that comes from food. So for children, most of them, they need insulin for life. And what is happening in type 1 is that it is an autoimmune disease where the body on its own develops antibodies that destroy insulin-producing cells. So when the body is not producing insulin enough to manage the glucose that comes from food, blood sugar now goes very high.
Professor Jaja, who is also the consultant in charge of the Diabetes and Endocrine Unit at the University of Port Harcourt Hospital UPTH, spoke about symptoms of type 1 diabetes in children.
Even in some churches, you hear the pastor say, how can they say a child has diabetes? It's possible in children. And the symptoms are not too hidden. It's just frequent micturition. The child starts even wetting bed when the child was previously dry, or starts urinating frequently, losing weight, eating excessively, drinking excessively, or becoming ill frequently. Parents, once in a while, ask the hospital to check the child's blood sugar, especially if you have a child that is always very ill, or if there's a family history. No child with diabetes should die. In fact, we're having a lot of support from donors. We have free insulin in the hospital. We have strips when they are available, and we give them free.
In the meantime, a professor of diabetes and endocrinology, Sunday Chineye, has dismissed insinuations that diabetes in adults is caused by intake of sugary foods while growing up. Professor Chineye said diabetes is caused by the inability of the pancreas to produce enough insulin that helps lower blood sugar levels. Speaking on the rising cost of anti-diabetic routine drugs, Professor Chineye said Nigeria needs to get to the level where pharmaceutical drugs are produced locally.
A lot of Nigerians who are living with diabetes also have high blood pressure. So you won't just treat the high sugar, you also have to address the high blood pressure. A lot of them also have issue with their cholesterol. At the end of the day, you might see a diabetic patient taking 3, 4, 5 drops in order to address these other abnormal parameters like blood pressure and the abnormal cholesterol level. We need to remove custom tariff on anti-diabetic drugs and consumables. Our health insurance needs to penetrate to a larger percentage of our people.
Our correspondent who visited some pharmaceutical stores in Port Harcourt reports that the glucometer kit is now priced at 25,000 naira, while a pack of 50 test strips costs 15,000 naira. Also, insulin previously sold for 8,000 and 9,000 naira now sells at 18,000 naira. Routine diabetic medications are being sold at 11,000 naira per pack. The theme for this year's World Diabetes Day is Breaking Barriers, Bridging Gaps, Uniting to Strengthen Diabetes Well-Being. Away from that, Deputy Inspector General of Police Abiodun Alabi has assured of the readiness of the Nigeria Police and other security agencies for the November 16 governorship election in Ondo State. He gave the assurance while briefing newsmen on Thursday in Akure after meeting with the heads of security agencies in the state. And now President Bola Tinubu has approved the appointment of Daniel Bwala, Special Advisor, Media and Public Communications, State House. Others appointed on Thursday include 3 Nigerians as Directors General of various agencies. In other news, the Federal Executive Council (FEC) has approved a proposed national budget of 47.9 trillion naira for the 2025 fiscal year. Minister of Budget and Economic Planning Atiku Bagudu disclosed this while briefing State House journalists after the FEC meeting presided over by President Bola Tinubu on Thursday. We go on another short commercial break.
Rivers Arise, good governance. Rivers Arise, advocacy.
President-elect Donald Trump spoke about his election win to supporters at a political gala in Florida, speaking publicly for the first time since becoming president-elect. Earlier, he nominated Robert F. Kennedy Jr. for Health and Human Services Secretary. On the news this morning, you heard the Tony Okocha-led Rivers APC is promoting inclusivity ahead of Congresses. The Executive Council has approved budget for 2025. On the foreign scene, U.S. President-elect Donald Trump has delivered his first speech since election night. The news was edited by Chioma Ezinwafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I am Ifechukwu Monyele. Many thanks for listening.